welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the Leeds United love story, part 12, or in what you might want to call the final chapter, part 2. So you may recall from part 11, the final leg of this game, and when I say leg, I want about try and achieve a domestic title in all the countries that I had open. So that was England, Italy, Germany, Spain, Portugal, and finally I got the job at Ajax, so Holland. So season 11. Now, I haven't had too many games that go on so long, particularly on ODB. So and I think the regens and everything really do keep it entertaining, because I've managed to find a couple of absolute fucking monsters. Two particular players. So you can see where we're at. We've just had the Champions League final, which I worked in the Champions League at Ajax. So let's go straight to the league. Let's just go straight to it. There you go. And it probably looks like I'm fucking cheating, don't it? That I'm always winning a title. But I'll tell you this, right? This was not plain sailing. We were leading the league for most of the season. As you can see, we were leading the league for most of the season. And we had a 5-point gap, 8-point gap at one point. However, the last game of the season, we drew at Sparta and PSV lost at home to Utrecht. So the bottom line is, had PSV have won that game, they'd have won the title. Simple as that. So we lost that. We drew that last game. We had lost at PSV 4-1. And before that, we'd lost to Vitesse. So, you know, it wasn't plain sailing at all. But nevertheless, we held on to prevent another title for PSV, and Ajax are champions, and we will be in the Champions League next season. Meanwhile, the Dutch Domestic Cup was ours for the taking. Cambuur knocked out PSV in the semi-final on golden goal, so we took that with absolute ease. But that's not it yet. That's not it, because we also took the UEFA Cup, and quite a fairy tale. Look who we beat in the final. One of my former clubs, Benfica. We won that with absolute ease in the end. But I'll tell you this, right? The UEFA Cup, look who we beat in the semis. Man United. Look at that first leg against Manchester United, although they are pretty much a fallen giant, Man United. They have still got Van Nistelrooy. But right from the moment going, now if you may recall, I took over Ajax just after they'd lost 3-2 to this Romanian team in the Intertoto Cup semis. We overturned that with a 3-1 victory. And then look who we got in the final of the Intertoto. Part of me wasn't too fussed, if the truth be told. I weren't too fussed about getting knocked out, and I didn't think I'd win quite like I did. But nevertheless, they even said it was a shock, magnificent result. So we beat Bayern Munich in the final of the Intertoto to qualify, and there you can see we had Werder Bremen. Although that was an easy second. Schalke was another difficult looking tie, but then you look at that first leg, it was always that first leg. We did it with Man United as well. So, you know, credit where it's due to us. We did really well. Lille in the Man United, Portuguese side, and Man United in the series. So yeah, so we did it. So, there's two players I've got to show you that I've managed to pick up, and I'm potentially going to spend an absolute fortune, but I'll show you them in a moment. So Sprockel, he joined me from Milan. We've just got an update, just popped up in the corner. Let's just get rid of that. Sprockel, absolutely, he's done really well for me, but there's a reason he hasn't been playing many games. First of all, don't think I bought this guy. No, is it Spahic? And every time I see the word Spahic, and I'm commentating to myself, the word I have in my head is a little bit naughty word. I say the word spastic. But what a player he's been. He's had a few injuries though. Firstly, look at that guy. Just look at him. He's finally broken to the Scotland setup I've just spotted. And you can see we're going to pay potentially £8 million for him. £5 million after he breaks into Scotland and hits 40 caps. Whether we'll be here at Ajax is another story. Very unlikely. So I found this striker and I was really pleased. I'd already bought, this striker, I think he was Scottish in a striker, O'Connor. I'd already bought this guy on a free transfer. I didn't realise he was at Stockport last season as well. I'm saying Stockport as well because I then located this next player, and oh my god, I bent over backwards to try and get this guy. There you go, and he was at Stockport County. I ended up paying up front £16 million. I mean, I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing that is Roy Keane, but I didn't realise that an Irish regen could come in an English team. I didn't realise that. I knew that you can do that on, for fuck's sake, I never bloody advert for Glare Utilities. But what a player, what an absolute monster of a player, and that's why Sprocker hasn't made DMC his own. Karim has been my captain, but he's faded off a little bit. Ibrahim Saeed, I will look to try and offload him, but credit ratio, he's done really Dutch keeper. They've both been battling it. This guy here, Graf, I might still offload that guy to be there. Janssen, he's done really well for me. I think yeah, we brought it from Graf's chap. Defensively, they're still not really strong enough. Attack, they probably are. I've got this. Did he was it a free transfer? It was a free transfer. Yeah, that's why I picked him up. And I picked up this guy on a Bosman free actually. Jason Franks. Looks alright, but probably won't get in up front, to be honest with you. Got a couple of youngsters as well that I didn't really want to get rid of quite just yet. And let's have a look in the middle of the park as well. No one of interest really. Just picked up this guy, Tommy Walsh. Nothing special. They're not world beaters, this team. By no means are they world beaters, and we're going to struggle in the Champions League. But then AI are not as strong as they ever used to be, so who knows? So Ajax will return to the Champions League. So season 12, this will be my second year with Ajax. Clearly I will have a second year of Ajax because I think I've got to. And I think realistically there's only one job that could potentially lure me away from Ajax and to continue this save going. And it's got to be Leeds United. You know, so we've gone full circle. I think that is the only team that could really, I mean, if they come vacant during this summer, who knows? But it's got to be Leeds United. Birmingham very insecure. Fuck me, Birmingham very insecure. They were they won the title last season. Yeah, look at that. Birmingham have won 2 titles since this game started. Chelsea, that was me that set that up. And the great thing about that, right, is Man U won 1 title. By the way, Chelsea offered me the manager's post. They've changed their manager. I didn't even apply. I think it was someone in Germany as well. I want to say Schalke. So it's always nice, you know. So that is where we are then on part 12, the Leeds United love story. So it's either going to be a second year of Ajax, or in fact, let's take a look at the Leeds manager, and hopefully, you never know, if Leeds manager is old, he could retire. Leeds finished 3rd, so you never know. Martin O'Neill, shock horror. Might he retire, Martin O'Neill? I don't know. I doubt he will, to be honest with you. But he has got them back into the Champions League. I mean, to be fair, let's just have a look. I think that is quite an improvement. Yeah, because look at that, 9th last season. So Martin O'Neill has done a relatively good job there. To be fair to him, don't really like him as a person in real life, but you know what? That's out. Oh, look, they've got Michael Bridges back. I know that they sold Alan Smith. He went on a contract unprotected thing to Arsenal, and it's great to see a new title winning side. Van der Vaart's there. That's not to see Van der Vaart. We know Alan Smith is there. Oh, look who's there. Tony Madeira. He made his way over there, did he? The cunt. Fake bastard. Raul, of course. Raul's there as well. So, yeah, it's good to see. We'll meet Arsenal in the Champions League next season. So, let's have a quick look now then at all my former teams and how they've done. Well, we've seen Leeds and we've seen Chelsea. I've put these scouts in order of how I took them. So, Leeds, let's have a look at Benfica then. Benfica won the Portuguese league, retained it, shall I say. So, yeah, good on them, Benfica. Leverkusen, let's have a look where Leverkusen, oh, Leverkusen did it. Leverkusen retained it as well. Look at that, no Bayern Munich in sight. Carrying on, we've seen Chelsea, we have Real Madrid. I had already looked at Real Madrid. Look at that, Real Madrid did it again, and they've won the title. And of course, let's have a look now then at AC Milan. They fucked it. Look at that. Oh, that is ruthless. Look, how does that even work? A playoff between. See, I don't even think it goes on heads-up matches. I've never even seen that. That is absolutely bizarre. I mean, why between Inter and Lazio? Because it's not based on... I honestly don't know. I can't even work that out. Right, so Inter won the first leg. There's another leg, obviously. So is this how the title's going to go? That is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what the deal is. I'd have to look at, I don't know, the heads-ups between Lazio and Milan, Lazio and Inter and Milan, and maybe if you put it into a mini-table, the top two would play each other, maybe? Because normally, if you're level on points, you have a play-off for the top. Oh, I don't know, fuck knows. If anyone knows anything about the Italian league, how it used to work back on the ODB, let us know. So that is basically, who gives a fuck anyways? They've still got a big squad though, a real strong squad, to be fair. And the Champions League now, let's have a look at the Champions League, because I know I already looked at this, who won the Champions League. I looked at it, and you'll see why. The Champions League went to Barcelona. Again, very, very rare. Barcelona have not won it since in 11 seasons, obviously, or even longer if you decide to go back to real life. In fact, how far back can we go to when Barcelona did? There you go, 1992. So it was great to see someone new win that, because let's be honest, right? I won it with Milan last season. I won it with Real the season before. I think I was Benfica, weren't I? When they got to the final, was I? I don't know. Roma, Milan, PSV, and Roma. So that is where we are at then. So there's clearly going to be another part. There's going to be a part 13. It's probably going to be unlucky for some 13. I would love... I'm not really fussed about the Champions League. I really would like to see the Leeds United job come. If the Leeds United job don't come this season, then you never know, it might come during next season. If Martin O'Neill gets a sack, you don't know, do you? But my squad is probably strong enough to retain the title. I am going to need to make some big signings though and strengthen it. We haven't got vast amounts of money, but that is where we are at then with Ajax, the Leeds United love story. And I think the only way I can conclude this love story is to go back to Leeds United. Let's be honest, right? That's how it's got to go. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got anything you want to add, anything you want to ask, anything you want to say, if you want to call me a cunt, box is right down there. Till next time, guys, take it easy from me.